All right, everybody, I'm standing here with Dirty Phil Dunovitz.
Dirty Phil.
As I like to call him. Like I said before, I always like it when one of the babies comes back to the nest. Well, we built Phil's truck in, what year you think it was?
2005 maybe?
Started in 05. I think the end of the project might have been
2008.
7 or 8. Not the end of the project, but we changed things, started with leaf springs, went to link. So this is his 72, 73, 74, 75,
79.
78. It's a Johnny Cash Ford F250 Highboy. And this has been his baby from, well, how old were you when you got this truck?
I got this from Jim Deaton. We traded a 1980 Toyota for a 2000, or for
We don't really need to worry about who it came from, but it did come from Jim, and when was it?
2000.
2000, okay.
I traded a Toyota Round Eye for it.
So anyway, we'll kind of just walk around this truck and show you a few things, some of the really cool things we did back in the day, and then what he's going to do to it right now. So let's start with this front bumper. This is something, who built this bumper?
Kevin did.
So Kevin built this bumper way back in the day. Phil designed it, and it's kind of a cross between pre-runner and rock crawler. It does everything, and that's kind of the start of the whole truck and the style he was looking at. So once the bumper was built and everything was decided, some of the things we did was, hi boys, you always have to update the power steering. So if you sneak in here, you can see we did a 78 F250 box, mounts inside the frame, comes down on the inside, 4-bolt box. That's the key to these high boys and making them steer good. And then while you're in here, you can see there happens to be a coilover in the fender well. So this has 14-inch travel, 2.5-inch king coilovers, has air bumps in it, and we even managed to fit a sway bar in the front because Phil was going to do a little desert racing with this thing and rock crawling and daily driver. Running a 78, 79 high pinion Dana 60 with 39-inch BFGs. And my favorite part about this front suspension, work your way on underneath here. So this truck actually has a parallel 4-link. Same length, same angle, same spread. And if you look underneath there, you can see it has our Dana 60 HD double arms, has a Howe Hydro Assist ram tucked underneath there. And everything on the axle, you know, up travels and fits right underneath that oil pan and doesn't interfere. And it was very hard to do that. Got a truss underneath it. Just a super clean setup and works really nice. As you get underneath the cab here and take a look, behind the Ford 460 engine built by Rex Hutchinson in Sacramento, there's an NV4500 to an Atlas 4-speed transfer case. And it is the 10-to-1 Atlas 4-speed. So it's 3.8 in the back case, 2.7 in the front case. Works really good. Gives you the high speed stuff, gives you the super crawl, all the options to do everything you want to do.
That's why we re-ratioed the gearbox to a no more first speed granny. It has a ratioed out even transmission gear set in it now, more like a sports car, due to the 4-speed transfer case. We don't need a granny gear anymore.
So when we first did this thing, it had a cut-off frame, bob frame, shortened wheelbase, and it had Chevy 63-inch leaf springs in the rear. Well, on this next round he's just done at another fab shop up in Reno, he has taken the leaf springs out, and if you sneak up underneath there, you can see it's got a dual triangulated 4-link. The lowers are triangulated, and the uppers are actually straight. So if you look up here at the uppers, they're upper trailing arms, and it's got coilovers and bypasses, all TIG welded. The bypasses aren't in here yet, but it's all set up to go. And then a nice bed frame around here to put the fiberglass bedsides on. When we originally built this, there's a 35-gallon fuel tank that fits right between the frame rails, tucks in there really nice and holds everything. So you're going to put that back in, right, Phil?
Yeah, it's out simply for paint right now.
And they went ahead and added a rear sway bar in here so it handles good.
To the old spring links.
And works well. Now, when this truck was originally built, this is kind of a cool rear end. This is a big spindle HD Dana 60, so it's got 35 spline axle shafts, chrome ollie, got ARBs front and rear. Everything just kind of worked out really cool. Everything down to the dual exhaust into one. You know, it was a very versatile truck. So on this next round, Phil, what'd you do to this truck? Tell us why the truck had to get rebuilt in the first place.
Well, at the 2011 Ultimate Adventure, we had a little bit of a rollover. I nipped a finger off.
Basically, he ran out of talent.
Ran out of talent, chopped my finger off. Got a little souvenir from...
So Kevin had built a really nice internal roll cage in this truck, but Phil's a big dude.
boy.
I mean, you don't miss any meals, huh?
No, I don't.
And so he was up there. It was a nice slow speed rollover. Reached up, grabbed onto the roll cage. Just so happens that the sheet metal of the roof crushed his finger. Saved your life as far as the cage didn't smash in, super structural, but took your finger off, right?
It was a very uncomfortable ride home.
Why don't you tell them about the redo of the cage, what your thoughts are here?
Well, we wanted to make more headroom for me in the vehicle, so we took the cage and put it up and over the vehicle for storage capability.
So basically it's got the A-pillar still inside, but it goes through the roof and then basically like a chase rack external cage going to the back. And
we re-gauged the dash.
Yeah, what kind of gauges are those?
Those are Stewart Warner gauges. You'll notice there's no speedometer in there. The GPS will take care of the speedometer. It has a rugged radio intercom and a rugged radio VHF system in it that will run through helmet communication for the street and off-road.
So basically you had to put a new cab on it too,
yeah,
right?
We got a new cab up in Washington, pulled it out of a junkyard for $100.
Fiberglass fenders, fiberglass hood. So basically right now you're stripping it down, paint, powder, and probably in maybe 4 or 5 months you guys will see this thing on the road, and we'll definitely have to bring it back by here and kind of show you how it ended up.
We're going to do some finishing touches here at WFO because this is my home shop and this is where I love.
So if you get a chance, go on our website. Some of the original videos we posted on YouTube were this truck doing donuts in the lake bed at Fordyce, and it was
not to mention crawling some really gnarly obstacles that most Jeeps can't make through.
So we'll see about that. Anyway, stay tuned. Hope you see this thing done. See ya.
Bye-bye.